कोई कृष्ण छोड़कर द्वितीय वस्तु में जो विनिवेश आएगा,
if you pay attention to other matters than Krishna consciousness, then fear will arise.
उनका विमोह होने से क्या होता है?
By being away from Krishna consciousness, the fear creeps in. By the influence of Maya, an opposite frame of mind develops. Therefore, a Pandit, a learned person, an intelligent man, therefore an intelligent man will surrender to spiritual master with unalloyed devotion and start the bhajan of Parameshwara. Ananya means sometimes this demigod, sometimes this demigoddess, not like this. Why? Because out of fear one approaches many demigods and goddesses. Sometimes one may think that this is my family guru and this is this and this is this. There will be no benefit out of this. One must approach a spiritual master. Intelligent person would approach a spiritual master and start Hari Bhajan immediately. Therefore, Guru must be considered as Devata, demigod, or and Atma. Atma Swarup, super soul. One's very dear. One must accept spiritual master as his very dear person and start Hari Bhajan. If the yogis do not perform devotional service, their yogis and jnanis will never attain perfection if they do not do any devotional service. But if one leaves all these processes and does Hari Bhajan, proper unalloyed devotional service, he will be able to satisfy Supreme Lord, not contaminated by the karma, jnana and yoga, the fruitive work, the speculative knowledge and the mystic yoga. Free from all these three, one must engage in Hari Bhakti. When Vasudev inquired in Dwarika, Narad Goswami illustrated the Bhagavad Dharma like this. In the Nemi Navayogendra context, it was mentioned here. This verse was mentioned in the context. Rishabhadev had 100 children. There was one Mahabhagavat, 9 were the leaders of Navadvip, 9 islands. Maharaj is naming these Navayogendras. And this verse is from the same context. Why the fear creeps in, it is mentioned herein. This is only known and understood by the grace of a sadhu. One gets to know that and again approaches Krishna, then he will obtain him. Why again. Why is it said again? Because he had initially, in the very beginning, chosen, when he was in the tatastha mode, he had chosen to enjoy in the material world. So now again is mentioned. By the if when the grace of sadhu, shastra and guru comes, the same living entity will be freed from Maya. Maya will leave that person, that living entity. Evidence was given from Bhagavad Gita that Maya is very difficult to surpass, but one who surrenders unto me will be freed from the clutches. Arjun had mentioned initially in Bhagavad Gita he had mentioned this verse in Bhagavad Gita. Then Krishna replied, he said, definitely, there is no doubt in this. But O mighty armed Arjun, you are a mighty armed Arjun, you are very powerful. Mind is definitely very difficult to control. The ways of mind are very difficult to control, but only by practice and detachment one can control mind. What is practice? If you practice a procedure time and again and again, and what is vairagya? A detachment from worldly affairs and attachment towards the other field is vairagya. Just as a worm
Just as a worm, he is when he has to go from one leaf to another leaf, then what he does that first he catch hold of the first leaf properly and then leaves the one which he was holding earlier. So in the same way, a living entity, when he attains the higher place first, and then he leaves the another one, otherwise he never leaves.
Therefore it is mentioned in one verse that I have obeyed the orders of lust, greed, etc. I have obeyed the orders of them for such a long time. I have become a servant. Even then they did not leave me. They did not have mercy upon me. But I was such a shameless person. That I even attained, I did not attain peace at all. O Krishna, now I have come to your shelter. You kindly accept me as one of your servants. I was Originally the constitutional position was of that of a servant. Now you kindly redesignate me as your servant, as one of your servants. In the prayers of Brahma, in the 10th canto of 14th chapter of Bhagavad, that when through their own sensual endeavors one tries to obtain Krishna, then when they throw their own endeavors, they give up their own sensual endeavors to obtain God and go and approach here from a bona fide sadhu, then they become eligible to be liberated, and they also get the designation of the servant of Krishna back. They will attain liberation and also be redesignated to their position of the servant, the original constitutional position of a servant of Krishna back. So he will become eligible when he comes into the shelter, where he surrenders. He will definitely be liberated. Vishwanath Chakravarti said he will surely be liberated. He will get the designation as well, the post as well. He will go ahead from where he has reached. He will not have to perform Hari Bhakti again from the beginning. He will start from where he had left. Why? Because he had reached his designation back. He's got his designation back. This happens only by the grace of sadhu and shastra. It is not sure that it will surely happen. Only the deserving candidates will get the real grace of sadhu, shastra and guru. If a feast is organized, then if someone has a disease, then can the same person eat everything? Why? Because he is suffering from a disease. Similarly, not everyone can become Krishna conscious. If one becomes Krishna conscious, then the Maya will leave him, the illusionary energy will leave him, will not bother him anymore. But when Lord mentions that Mame Prapadyate, then why is it necessary to approach a sadhu? Maharaj is saying that the real surrender is surrendering to a sadhu. One may go to Bhagwan and may offer prayers that I am a sinner, I have been born out of sins, I am doing sinful deeds, I have been born out of sins. They show their humility before Bhagwan. Then the Mahatma saw the person offering these kind of prayers. Then he called him, "Oh sinner, you come here, I want to speak to you." The person immediately got furious and wanted to hit. He says, you're calling me by these sinful names? And he started abusing the Mahatma. That why are you calling me sinners? Mahatma says, I am not saying anything on my own. You were just offering prayers to Krishna, prayer to Bhagavan a moment ago that you are a sinner, you are born out of sins, you have sinful deeds, etc. You yourself named yourself as a sinner. What is the wrong that I have committed by calling you a sinful person? You had mentioned so many adjectives to yourself. I only named one. Now what will that person who was offering prayers like this say? Similarly, if we go and show our humility before Krishna, that humility is not actual humility. We must go and surrender to a sadhu. Why? Because we must, it is mentioned in Brahmaji's prayers that we must go to a place where satsang is organized and serve him through our mind, words and body. And the sadhu will cut all your material entanglements by his Vedic injunctions and will free you from the clutches of Maya. There was a person who used to sing nice kirtan. Like he used to say, he used to speak the opposite thing of what was actually written in the kirtan. He is calling Bhagavan as Tumi to Thakur. But when Sant Maharaj was standing on the first floor and immediately slapped him and came on the ground floor and told him that why has Lord given you eyes? Can't you read it properly from the book and then sing? He was a wonderful Kirtaniya, but did not pay any attention to the words written in the book, in the Gita. So, by the grace of Sadhu, first by the grace of Gadu, Sadhu will catch your hypocrisy. By reading scriptures it will not happen. But whatever is mentioned in the Granth, the scriptures, if that same text, that same words emanate from the mouth of a bona fide sadhu, then those words will have great effect. Then one can conquer what is unconquerable. Shukdev was in the womb of mother. He was there for many long years. For about 16 long years he was in the womb of mother, and he used to answer from within the womb. Vyasdeva asked who big personality, exalted personality, Mahatma is inside the womb. Shukdev said, I will not go in the region of Maya illusion. Maya will influence me. Vyasdev said that I promise that Maya will not have an effect on me. Shukdev said that I will not come out with your promise, just by your promise. But I will come out only if the master of the illusory energy promises me. Then Lord appeared, and I will not say that the Maya will not have any influence on you, but when you come out, Maya will only have marginal influence on you, just as a mustard seed would have an effect on the cow's feet, cow's horn. That means very little effect on him. So when Shukdev Goswami came out, he did not get affected by Maya, influenced by Maya, and immediately walked away from the house. His father was calling him from behind, but he just kept walking. The same Shukdev Goswami appeared before Parikshit Maharaj while Parikshit Maharaj was awaiting death. The same Shukdev Goswami appeared. Why did he come? When Hari Bhakti appears, then the natural tendency of the Mahatma will be to have mercy on the living entities. Therefore, those who engage in Hari Bhakti will have a natural mercy on the living entities. The father is shouting from behind and Shukdev Goswami is walking. But now Shukdev Goswami did not need to be called. He appeared himself before Parikshit Maharaj. Why? Because he had understood Hari Bhakti by that time. And he told Parikshit Maharaj, you don't need to listen to the injunctions of yogis, karmis and jnanis. Do not waste your time listening to their profligacies. You do Hari Bhakti, you listen to Bhagavat. Immediately mentioned the many rishis had told him about charity, about austerities, about penances, but now he said, I am speaking. Shukdev Goswami said, I am speaking. Then he gave his own introduction. Who am I? I was fixed in Brahma Gyan. I was just not a mere practitioner. I was an expert in Brahma Gyan, about the knowledge, speculative knowledge of the Absolute. But the Hari Bhakti attracted my heart. These are very light advocacies. You do not pay much attention to Jnana, Karma, etc. Now you listen to what I speak. If the real knowledge comes from the words of a sadhu, it will have power and weight. If you only read Granth and then satsang will happen, it will never happen. Granth are always there. Since time immemorial, Granth have been there. But why? Why did people not become Hari Bhakta, devotees? Why? Because as long as sadhus do not give Hari Bhakti, one cannot understand Hari Bhajan.